Excuse me.
All right. You may be seated. We have several matters to come before the court. Any objection to doing them all at the same time, Mr. Hyde?
No, that's fine, Your Honor. We didn't know how you want to handle it. All at once would be fine.
They can do. We have 2011 CRA 435, State of Ohio versus Johnny S. Mullet. 2011 CRA 436, State of Ohio versus Levi Miller. 2011 CRA 433, State of Ohio versus Lester Miller. 2011 CRA 439, State of Ohio versus Eli Miller, and 2011 CRA 437, State of Ohio versus Daniel S. Mullet. All the charges are identical, one count of kidnapping and one count of aggravated burglary, and the matters are set for a preliminary hearing. Is the state ready to proceed?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
And Mr. Hyde, on behalf of the defendants, are you ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor. Thank you. I've discussed their rights to a preliminary hearing. We've discussed the possibility of waiving that hearing as well. All five gentlemen concur with me. They would like to waive their right to a preliminary hearing. I can state for the record, I believe that waiver is knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily being made after a lengthy discussion of their constitutional rights.
I understand there's no particular order, but I'll start with Johnny S. Mullet. I'm going to hand you a document which says, having had my right to a preliminary hearing explained to me, I knowingly and voluntarily waive my preliminary hearing and consent to be bound over to the Holmes County Common Pleas Court. You do not have to sign that. That's only if that's how you wish to proceed. Go over it with your attorney. You do have a right to have a preliminary hearing where the state would show there's probable cause to believe that a crime was committed and probable cause to believe that you committed it.
Waiver signed, Your Honor.
Levi Miller. I'll hand you a document which says, having had my right to a preliminary hearing explained to me, I knowingly and voluntarily waive my preliminary hearing and consent to be bound over to the Common Pleas Court.
Waiver signed, Your Honor.
Lester S. Mullet, and the document says, having had my right to a preliminary hearing explained to me, I knowingly and voluntarily waive my preliminary hearing and consent to be bound over to the Holmes County Common Pleas Court. Go over with your attorney. You do not have to sign it.
signed, Your Honor.
Eli M. Miller. Same thing, will hand you a document which says, having had my right to a preliminary hearing explained to me, I knowingly and voluntarily waive my preliminary hearing and consent to be bound over to the common pleas court. You do not have to sign it, that's only if that's how you wish to proceed.
Waiver signed, Your Honor.
Daniel S. Muller. And I'll hand you a document which says, having had my right to a preliminary hearing explained to me, I knowingly and voluntarily waive my preliminary hearing and consent to be bound over to the common pleas court. You do not have to sign it, but only if that's how you wish to proceed.
Waiver signed, Your Honor.
Since all defendants have signed waivers of the preliminary hearing, entry will reflect that the preliminary hearing was waived and the matter is bound over to the common pleas court. It would appear all defendants have made bond. Have there been any problems?
Not that I know of, Your Honor.
Okay. Gentlemen, you need to make sure that your attorney knows how to get a hold of you. I cannot tell you what date something would happen in the common pleas court this time. So he has to be able to get a hold of you to tell you when you would be required to be back in Humboldt County Common Pleas Court. Anything further?
Nothing from the state.
Anything further? We'll get you copies of the entries.
That's fine, Judge, we just have the bond to be continued.
Right, bonds to be continued, we will send them up. Grand jury's next Monday.
It is, Your Honor.
I will make sure that everything's up there, the bonds and everything prior to grand jury.
Great, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Which grand jury? She said Monday? Thank you.